All right. Hey, all. We're going to learn how to use the Fox ECM radio jamming pod. Here's our pod right here that you can use to connect to your aircraft or other vessels. And then here's our little command seat to use it. I'm going to hop in real quick and try to do this in just a few minutes and then go into more detail. So to start jamming, you're just going to pop in that little button and bam, it's already starting to automatically roll through frequencies rapidly and scanning what is out there that it's detecting. On the left, we have our frequency channels. On the right, we have the channel strength that we have it picking up on. I'm just going to drive this little cart out here so we can sort of see that change. It will keep rolling through the channels. By default, if you don't touch this scanning range keyboard, it will scan channel 0 to 2 to the 16th. That's like 65,000 something. That entire block of channels. But we might want to tighten it up a little bit more to scan a smaller block more rapidly, especially once we know what's out there. So what we can do is let's keep our start to actually, you know what? Let's underscan a little bit. Sometimes that will help with the jamming while scanning capability, so it doesn't jam through its scan range. Though I suspect it'll still do that with that channel 10. But let's say negative 200 to let's say we want to hit that 5,000. So maybe we'll go like 5,200. Underscan and overscan by 200 channels. So now it will change what's scanning. You can see now it's scanning that block, and we will gradually see, we'll probably, since it's not hitting that higher range anymore, and this is probably something that I can deal with later, but it'll keep that 10,000 and the frequencies that we're not scanning over and over and over. It'll be still sorting those to the top. So what we can do to get around that is we can clear out this list and just tap that clear button. And now it's going to rescan those the known channels that it's picking up with its newer scanning, and that's a little better. Then we don't have that 10,000 in there. That might be an old channel. That's kind of why I put in that clear functionality. So we can see that it's picking those up. Its signal strength is 92 across them. We can come over here into our data sniffer and say, let's I want to look at what might be emitting on channel 100. What kind of data? So we'll pop in 100, and boom. So we're seeing on the composite for that radio channel, it's on 123.4, it's popping out values 665, and then for the Boolean IO, it's on 123, it's true, and then of course for 4 through 32, we know that that's all false. This will automatically sort and automatically scroll, so if the list is like 1 and 15, 17, 32, whatever, up to 32 values at a time. So if it's got like 10 values, it'll start to gradually scroll through them just so you can see them all. And of course, it will automatically sort by the channel numbers as well, so you won't be missing any data. Same with the I/O, so that's kind of a nice little feature there. So let's get back to scanning or jamming now. If we want to start jamming, and there's 5 huge antennas on the front of this that are dedicated to jamming, we will just hit the E key and just select 1, 2. Let's just say that. So we can already see now on channel 100. The data sniffer is picking up our jamming data. It's just blasting out high and low number values, and it's toggling between true and false, and that will be more than enough to completely derail the plans of any radio-guided missiles that I've built. Of course, I'm sure after this I'll probably play with some like ECCM techniques and better frequency hopping techniques to try to get around the jammer. But in the meantime, this will definitely do the number to protect your aircraft from any radio-guided missiles, any semi-active missiles, that kind of thing. And so by having these top 2 selected, what we're saying is whatever the strongest 2 signals you pick up on your scan, always jam the most the most potent and the second most potent. So these will be continually sorting. So some channels might fall out of this jamming top 2. Some might come back in that are new channels. This keeps it sort of automatic, so it's based on signal strength and not frequency. And we can pop all these in and say the top 5 strongest signals you detect, always jam those top 5. Now, say there's a signal that you pick up that you know is from your enemy, missile carrier, whatever, and you want to jam it based on frequency and channel, not on signal strength. That's where this lock functionality comes in. So we can have these selected and hit lock, and now it's going to lock the jammer to, in this case, jamming channel 10 and channel 100. It won't let that sort algorithm come in and out of there, so you can safely know that you are locked by frequency. So that has its uses. I think more than likely you'll probably just let it automatically jam. Most you'll probably just be jamming everything that you pick up. Though this is not, there's no safe channel that I have set up in here. You might have to build that functionality in. So this will also jam your own aircraft's frequencies that you're putting out. It will detect those if they're within the jamming range. Same with friendlies. It's just going to jam everything. Lastly, you can turn the system off by holding the clear key, and then it'll put it back to this sort of off state, and you can come back in here and it'll restart. And that's sort of it in a nutshell. Some real quick afterthought stuff. The jamming pod is ready to roll for you to copy and paste onto your craft, and you can copy and paste this little chair and setup, or reorganize it however you want. These on the front have to be huge radios. I'm sorry, I tried to make them small ones, but even though the signal strength is the same, there must be something happening behind the hood that is saying if you use a higher tier radio, even if the strength is the same, prefer the larger radio over the smaller radio. So they had to be large in my testing, at least from what limited testing I was able to do on that bit, in order to overpower radios of the same size or smaller. I know they're kind of ungainly. Maybe you can keep the pod at the same size and move these to elsewhere in the craft. That's kind of up to you. But we've got those for 5 jammers, and then on the inside I have 8 medium radios that are doing the scanning, the rolling scan, and then our 1 center radio in here that's paired to the data sniffer. So that's the pod in a nutshell. Here's your little setup, and yeah, I'd love to hear how it works out. There are some known bugs. The one that I've been able to find that I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but I haven't had any luck yet, maybe you guys can help me, is if you clear out the list, sometimes, if you clear out the list and have a custom range set, sometimes it will not repopulate the list. I don't know if that's crashing out the Lua block that's tied to, or there's something else going in there. But if you do run into that, you can reset the start and end ranges to 0, turn the jammer off, or turn the whole system off and back on, and I think that's been able to fix it most of the time. So I'll keep looking into that, but just something for you to know if you guys are actually running into that. That's the fix. All right, that's it. Let me know how you like it, and enjoy your enjoy your jamming. All right, peace.